now
plug this in, I
live
can't see
again.
back there.
We are now live again.
Okay. Hello, live again.
Oh, don't put it to me. No, don't do it.
Hello,
that
live
way.
again. I'm Dad.
We're about to be live again.
Okay.
Are we
Get
live
out
again?
there, get
We
out
are
there.
live again.
Okay, we're live again. Hello. Sorry, everybody. David's computer crashed because him and I are both stubborn idiots who tried to use laptops from 2015 well into our adulthood.
Got a lot of these guys.
Hey, William, why don't you close some of your tabs?
Suck my dick.
What?
That's gonna get this stream taken down.
Assuming anybody watches this
Suck my
stream.
Richard, dude.
So
There you go,
anyway,
the proper
how's everybody in
Yeah,
the
that's like,
stream
you know,
been doing?
I've been good.
Yeah, not
I'm
bad.
sad that we lost all those viewers. There was a bunch of people here.
I'll be
Yeah,
back.
just retweet the new link, and all the people who want to yell at you for your Spider-Man opinions will be back.
You got
You ready?
wrong.
All right.
So Xavier, how you been?
I've been good.
What you been doing?
Been working on 3 different videos at once.
Anything that the
But,
audience would
make-
recognize?
I would say so.
I hope you guys like Ninja Turtles.
Do you like Ninja Turtles?
Let me know if you guys like Ninja Turtles. Post a comment on this web zone if you like Ninja Turtles.
What's your favorite Ninja Turtle down in the comments below?
Who is the coolest Ninja Turtle? Who has the best weapon and the best catchphrase?
Who is the most attractive Ninja Turtle?
My
Hey,
favorite
hey.
My favorite Ninja Turtle was Venus. Okay.
God damn it.
Venus
William.
Delight?
Hey, those Ninja Turtles are underage, okay? Don't be weird.
I didn't say I liked her. I didn't say she was attractive. I said she was my favorite of the characters.
No,
But
but
they're
what did David-
also
Fucking prick! Sorry.
Did will the same link work if they click on it, David? It's just gonna take them to
I
the
posted
VOD
a
from
new
the
link.
10-minute
I
thing.
posted a new link.
Okay.
Okay.
I quote tweeted it, and I presented a new link in the replies to the quote tweet.
That's so crazy. Anyway. It's really funny how Venus was the character that, like...
Ha ha ha! You're so hot. Don't kill yourself.
Anyway, it's really funny how Venus is the character that, like, fucking ended these guys' relationship. Like, their friendship.
I think they're still friends, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they are
Well,
now.
they became friends again later, but that was one of the big
for a while
things
they were
that
like-
kind of broke them up.
Yeah.
Bros, but you know what they say. Bros
Bros before
before
turtle hose.
turtle hose.
Authorized staff only beyond this point. Guests must refrain from entering.
That's crazy, anyway.
Sorry, I'm working. I'm working here.
So, William, what have you been up to lately that the audience would recognize?
I don't think the audience would recognize what I've been up to. I've been working. I've been working industry work. Funny little animation job.
What industry are you
That's
working
been
in? Are
Funky
you
little
working in the
animation
restaurant industry?
Silly little
Funky
poopy
little
little
animation
animation industry.
Yeah, funky little animation industry.
Funky
Everything
little
is under
white boy
NDA.
industry?
I have these now. I have NDAs. I can't talk about shit. I'm super official. And
Isn't
stuff.
that a cool feeling when you have an NDA and you're like, I can't talk about it, sorry. But just know that
It's like
cool.
it's such a flex though. It's like, what are you working on? It's under NDA.
Can't tell you.
It's like, God fucking damn.
You're not
bro,
important
this
enough
guy's
to
Mr.
know.
Big shot. Like that's what it feels like.
Maybe I'd tell you if you weren't such a plunk
I can
ass.
tell
loser.
you, but I gotta kill you.
Then I'd have to kill you.
But I'd have to kill you. I'm basically like James Bond if you think about it.
if James Bond sucked.
Hey,
Sucked what?
Richard.
I wasn't prepared for follow-up questions, so I really don't know how to reply to that.
I wasn't a fucking politician. I wasn't prepared for follow-up questions. I'm sorry.
I really had no idea you were gonna say
I
you were
really
gonna
had
ask
no
me a
idea you were
second
going
thing.
to listen to this.
Well,
They,
it's
just,
an
they
important
told me that that's
question.
what I needed to say to like get you guys to like me. I didn't think you guys would question it.
Don't you remember that bit from Skyfall when the evil gay-coded villain flirts with James Bond, and then James Bond indicates this is probably not the first time that he's had a vicarious experience.
I don't remember that actually. No.
Because I do.
I would be shocked if James Bond was 100% straight. I mean,
He is.
He literally says the line is like Javier Bardem is like grabbing his thighs and like leaning in very homoerotically as he's been tied up by the villain, and he literally says, "What makes you think this is my first time?"
Bro's a spy. Like he would have had to do it.
you know what? Yeah, he's probably had to
fuck around.
seduce some guys to get information, or like honeypot like a terrorist so that they could like destroy his operation and shit. Like,
Yeah, dude had to get some guy beards. Like, I'm using that term correctly, right? Guy beards.
I don't know, got like
beards. You know, it's like but like guys.
but instead of it being a woman to pretend that you're straight. Instead,
Guys
he
that you're
fucks a guy to pretend to be gay.
Yeah.
Isn't that just the
I don't-
plot?
Of?
I would
Go
not
on.
pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
Yeah, actually,
I don't know what that is. But that's
it's an Adam Sandler comedy where I think he like marries another guy who's Kevin James, so that they can like bullshit their way into getting like health insurance or something.
goddamn. That was a 2000s movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weirdly I feel like it was considered very progressive for the time, but it was.
Oh my god, there's a gay character.
It was progressive,
Never mind,
except for
that's
all
actually
the Asian stereotyping.
Well, that's just shit, man.
Yeah, but look,
Every
they
fucking
kinda-
Adam Sandler movie's got to have something like that in there.
Yeah, but look, they got a gay character, so it's okay. You know?
So what?
Was
so
the
what can
Asian guy played by Rob Schneider doing a really offensive accent?
I believe
and
so.
squinting?
I believe so.
Oh my god. Are you fucking for real?
Who's Rob Schneider again?
He's another actor who's in a lot of bad
He's basically
Adam Sandler movies.
he's a guy whose
He's like
entire
Adam Sandler's less talented friend.
that could describe like 5 different people.
About to say, yeah.
Diego says, "Remember when James Bond was getting his balls rocked with a rope?" I don't
Wasn't
remember
that
Diego.
wasn't that the scene in question that David was talking about?
No, that was in an earlier James Bond movie. That was Casino Royale. That was 2 movies earlier.
Oh, it's the same fucking franchise. Doesn't matter.
Well, it was also the same Bond actor, to be fair.
Yeah, like it's the same series. Like, because that was a soft reboot, wasn't it?
Casino Royale was the soft reboot,
Yeah. And then you had Skyfall.
and then he was just
what
doing some light CBT between friends.
Your presence is urgently requested.
Just a little bit of CBT in my James Bond movie.
CBT
G-Man would be proud.
in my James Bond movie, it's more likely than you might think.
The G-Man would be proud. And this is a very deep cut, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's okay. It's kind of an inside joke.
You know, I vaguely remember it.
Cock and ball torture, Dr. Freeman. Cock and ball torture, or CBT. Penis torture or dick torture is a sexual activity involving applications of. You don't remember? Seriously?
What are you doing?
I remember it now. It was
What
like
about
a
it
goofy
for like a whole
SFM
fucking
dub.
month one time?
Honestly, you do that every month, though. You
I do
find
that every
some
month,
joke
like, whatever I find funny.
that you
but,
get
like,
obsessed with, and you say it repeatedly.
I know it's because it's funny. It's just so funny. Like I need to make it known that it's funny.
As
How
William
else
well
is it if I
knows,
just, like, go on about
it's
it
fun.
over and over?
A joke is funnier for every time that you repeat a joke that wasn't funny. It gets
It
funnier.
becomes funnier. Like look at fucking Muscle Man from regular show. Like, do you think my mom is a funny joke? No, it isn't. But like, if it
No,
comes
here's
to-
how it works: is if someone says a joke that's not funny, you just repeat like the last
repeat
3
it
or
until it
4
becomes-
words of it. No, like when you hear them say a punchline that's not funny and no one laughs, you just repeat it like just the punchline only, and then you're funny.
Pretty sure it's called mockery, bro.
No, like say something that's like not funny, like make a failed attempt at humor.
Xavier Mendoza.
Xavier
Your
Mendoza.
mom.
Your mom. You know, like
This guy just repeats
just
what the
repeat-
other guy said.
he's just repeating what the other guy said. And then instantly you're funnier when you do that. That's how it works.
Instantly, like your dick just like grows to like fucking like just enormous like fucking lengths to an enormous size.
To an enormous size.
That's what she said.
I don't think that bit is working.
That's what she said. It's a foolproof plan. It works every time one of you guys is not funny. I could just use that and then suddenly I'm the funny one.
Yeah, so we gotta use that on
Suddenly
you,
you're
like,
the funny one.
Yeah, this guy.
He's dying over here.
This guy's fucking dead. Can we call the fucking ambulance? Can we get the ambulance on this guy?
Can I have the
You know,
ambulance, please?
I don't know if that would help at this point. I think it's too late. I think it's too late. I think we gotta let him go.
No, but the joke is, can we get the ambulance on this guy? Like, you wouldn't say that. You would say, can we get the cops on the... I'm explaining the joke. Never mind, you don't get it. It's a funny joke.
Yeah,
If you
it's
park
a
the ambulance on top of him.
yeah, it's a very funny joke, William.
It's a really funny joke, actually. But, you know, you'd have to have a high IQ to understand it.
To be fair. Oh, it's a
Yeah.
plant person.
You were what?
The pod person. David, remember when we watched Body Snatchers?
Which one?
We watched the 70s one. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Kiefer Sutherland's creepy dad is in it. I think.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Diego Rivera's here. Cyber
Dispenser
I just clicked on the
solution
stream.
now.
I got off Minecraft for a little bit because I was like, we're streaming, so let me...
I said
Hello,
stuff
everyone.
that Diego was saying earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was
This guy doesn't
Cyber
love
Diego,
me.
though. You didn't fucking clarify. We've got 2 viewers by the name of Diego, you fuck.
Happy Easter to all the Diegos out there. We love you.
Yeah. I don't know, like that was sincere though. Just FYI.
I don't believe you. This guy's a fucking
Fuck
fraud.
up! Shut up!
He actually hates all the Diegos. He's just saying that they're
No!
cool for clout.
Okay, yeah, the clap button.
If there's anything
No!
that William ever does, it's for clout.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I can't lie about that. That's true. But I mean, think about it. Like, what's the point of doing anything if you're not getting like clout off of it?
UMB number 21.
Like, passion is not real. Like, it's not real. Like, it's a thing made up by the bourgeoisie. Like, you know, it's
You know, David, you're not streaming to us, by the way.
Yes. Do you want me to?
Well, yeah, so we could see what you're doing.
Let me see if I can do that for you.
My favorite moment of these
Okay.
streams trying to make an unfunny joke funny, and then you just change topics, and then I'm left to look like even more of a goof.
Yeah.
Bro comes in like 2 seconds late. Yeah.
Get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys remember fucking
like those
Jeff Bridges
Minecraft
in
guys.
Tron Legacy? No, that was Jeff Bridges in Tron Legacy.
I love Tron Legacy.
You
Tron Legacy is one of the top films of all time.
Goes, yeah.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
I don't, but that sounds. I believe that he'd do that.
I don't remember
there's
Jeff
the clone-
Bridges.
there's
I don't
the clone
believe
of
that
the
he
Jeff Bridges
exists.
character in the movie. Let me speak. There's the clone
No.
of the Jeff Bridges character in the movie, and then the clone is like, "Do you still want me to create the perfect system?" And then the real Jeff Bridges is like, "Yeah."
Like Zoink
You guys should look it up. But guys, everybody, look up fucking Tron Legacy Jeff Bridges. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's so funny. My friend fucking told me about it, and I haven't been able to like forget it since. And it should become part of like my
And
actual.
you've been repeating it all month.
It hasn't been a month. It's been more than a fucking month. It's been like a year at this point. But it's just been part of like my actual vocabulary. Every time I answer yeah, I say it in that voice. And one of my friends that I was speaking to was like, "Bro, you give off like really fruity vibes the way you say that. Like, are you gay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. It's a whole thing. You wouldn't get it."
I'm not. It's just Jeff Bridges. That's what it
I'm
is.
just Jeff Bridges. I'm Jeff Bridges from
You
Tron.
sound like
You would
you
understand.
sound like weirdly like super defensive about. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just
No,
Jeff Bridges.
I'm not. I'm Jeff Bridges. You wouldn't get it.
Don't tell anyone that I am. I'm just Jeff Bridges.
Shit's really funny. I love Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges saved my favorite movie to this day, and Xavier knows of it. He knows
Yeah.
the story about it. I love that movie, and that movie couldn't have happened the way it did without the help of Jeff Bridges asserting his dominance in the fucking like boardroom, being like, "Hey, let this man cook." And then they let him cook, and then he made like the best fucking movie.
I don't believe in cooking because I don't believe in food.
You're right. It's a lie made up by the Matrix.
Senior staff clearance.
You know, hunger is actually a capitalist lie. If you just stop eating, you don't actually have to do it.
They invented hunger so that you could buy more food. Don't believe it, guys. Don't buy into
Hunger
the
was
lie.
invented by the food corporations to sell you more food. Just try it.
I bet there's someone out there who actually is convinced.
Just try
Andrew
not
Tate.
eating.
That funny little bald guy that talks about the red pill in the Matrix all the time. I bet he's one of those guys.
But he only eats pills all day.
He only eats pills all day.
You know what I do? You know what I only eat?
Fucking pops pills every day. He talks about.
I
the
only
Matrix.
eat
Doesn't
unfest.
elaborate. Leave.
Now,
The only thing
William
that
did
I
exactly
eat,
that thing I was saying earlier for my hack on how to be funny. He just did it.
I repeat what you said. I just fucking summarized it. You fuck.
Yeah, you just repeated back to me the last
No!
thing you said.
I added onto it. This is like the YouTube copyright shit, bro. Like this is the same debate. I constructed. I'm my content is constructed. I'm adding commentary onto the thing that you said.
So what you're
I
saying
don't
is
even
that
know YouTube, and he's a YouTuber.
Oh, who's a YouTuber?
But you didn't even know that MadPat left, idiot.
Oh, I heard about it.
who's Matt Pat?
And everyone's like, man, all the YouTubers are quitting. And I was like, yeah, it must be nice to retire
Yeah.
money. It must be nice to have so many subscribers that you could just stop and just.
What
keep
is
getting
Matt?
the
What is a
revenue and
Matt
just be
Pat,
done.
and why?
MadPat is the guy that kind of ruined FNAF.
Was
But
he
he
the guy
also
who
kind of
played?
made it
Was
popular
he
to
the
begin
guy
with.
who had the?
I would say Markiplier was the one to do that, honestly.
Was he? Was he the
I
guy
remember
who played
not
the
from
main
Markiplier.
character in the Fortnite movie?
That's him. That's the one. Anyway, yeah, must be nice to fucking retire at age like what, 40, 30?
I believe that Matt Pat is at least 52.
There's no way.
He's like a vampire, though. If he
Can you confirm
sucks
that?
enough blood.
Damn it. Chat, can we confirm that he's 58 or whatever the fucking age that David gave?
And he just
Age?
subsides on human organs to make himself younger.
He's like that
what is
Silicon
he?
Valley guy who drank his son's blood.
That guy was crazy.
He's just like me for real. I would do that.
Why?
Anyway, yeah, can we get a confirmation on the age?
Do you have anything else you want to say to us, Mr. Will.i.am?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay,
What do you know that I don't know?
Okay, hold on.
What do you know that I don't know?
Well, you know, I don't know. That's my joke. Hey, he's stealing my joke. Guys, Xavier's stealing my jokes again.
I'm stealing his joke for clout.
I need to, like, fucking patent all of my jokes and, like, copyright them. And so that anytime anyone ever says anything close to them, I can sue them and I can get mega extra rich off it.
This guy's too smart for his own good.
Yeah. This is how we cheat the Matrix, guys. We need to copyright the term react and reactions.
Oh, yeah.
Make a lot of money off of every time somebody says them or puts them in a fucking video title.
React World.
React
This
to
is such
what
a
world?
I'd be surprised if anybody would understand it. Oh my god, I remember this level. The fucking the greenhouse.
Is it? Do you have sex in the greenhouse?
Like,
No, that's
look,
in the-
it's a bit of a personal thing to admit on stream, but yeah, look, I can't lie. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit.
Okay, all right. You know,
Yeah.
let's not mince words about it. Yes, that's what happens.
That lady's really weird.
No,
She's got, like,
it's not
red
with
hair.
a living human being. It is with a plant monster.
Look.
But
It's weird because she's got like green hair and like red hair. Sorry, green skin and red hair. So it's like, it's kind of weird, but at the same time, it's like whatever, you know. Games.
you have to. The puzzle for this section is to mix the Titan formula, which can apparently do anything.
What's Titan?
It's the thing that
I'm
Joker
making fun
put
of-
in anus that got him really sick.
Are
and
you
then he
talking about? Are you talking about?
And then we got.
The William Riker starship from Star Trek. Star Trek.
From Star
What
Trek.
happened to you?
From Star Trek.
You okay?
No, I'm not okay.
I'm just repeating what David said.
No, him. Like, what happened there? That sounded terrible.
It's really funny.
It's like he just zonked out.
That's because I'm actually playing the game, unlike you losers.
What do you want us to do? It's a single player game.
No. Hold on.
I want you to help me.
He's out of line, but he's right. I gotta load up my own game. Going back to Minecraft.
And just play it alongside him.
Just playing Minecraft. Yeah, playing it along. Providing my own commentary with it at the screen. Like,
Would you want to do a Minecraft stream in the future?
I would love
God,
to,
no.
man. We should like set up a server and play that shit. Xavier, get Minecraft.
Okay. Jesus.
We gotta get our friends
This
in on this.
stream
We gotta get our
channel
friends.
went down the shitter real fast.
What's the
This is
shitter?
what happens when. This is what happens
Oh!
when I get the job, and the job is kind of mid.
Mm.
This is what happens when I get a job and it's kind of mid.
It's down the tubes.
No stone.
No cap. Stoneaholic.
Don't become panic with a K. Panic becomes the first. The first becomes sad.
I don't. What is happening, you guys?
I don't know, dude. I'm just riffing. I'm genuinely playing Minecraft right now. I'm just trying to keep. I'm trying to like. I'm attempting to be entertaining. That's my goal. I should just be.
Are you a Stonky Kong?
Just be you.
Maybe.
I could just be me. I shouldn't be.
Just be yourself, little buddy, and everyone will like you. That's all it takes.
You're right. I've lost sight of what really counts.
It's not about the money, or the drugs, or the girls. It's about the music, man. You
What
lost
about the
sight of
clout?
that.
But what about the clout?
It's never been about the clout. It's been about.
It was for me.
Oh, like this whole time?
Well, I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Oh shit. Well, fuck.
shit, huh?
That's your problem. Sorry to hear that,
That
man.
was such a funny 180. Like a fucking like 80s
I'm gonna
character,
check the
like,
chat
fucking,
again
like,
because we have
delivering
not
a
looked in
motivational
there in a
speech.
while.
80s character delivering a motivational speech, and then like it just goes, oh, I don't know. I'm like, whatever. Just
I
waste
don't know.
character.
Someone
Oh,
said,
shit,
"What do
the
you
beat-
guys
the beat,
think
man.
of the Alien Romulus trailer?" From
Okay,
Wonder
we can
Woman.
talk
So
about
good.
that. I have.
It's really
I
haven't
don't
gotten-
know. I mean,
I
We
have
haven't
mixed
gotten
looks like
feelings.
more of a
Alien
thing that I
movie in
liked
such a
from
long
30 years
time,
ago.
and I'm so happy that we're actually getting one that isn't like a soft reboot or just like.
It is a
stinky
soft reboot,
fucking-
though.
No, I'm. That's not what I mean. I mean like, you know, in the vein of like Prometheus or Alien Covenant, where it's like, it's technically a soft reboot in the sense that we're gonna change everything about the continuity, and disguise it as like, well, this is the origins of it, and it's not like an Alien vs Predator thing where it's like not even in canon. It's just like, hey, here's more of what you like, and I vibe with that. I like that. I think that's really.
You
cool.
know what this reminds me of? This new one reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of the Halloween reboot from 2016.
Oh no! Well,
You
hold
are.
on. It doesn't have Sigourney Weaver playing an inexplicably like way older and sadder Ripley who's like,
That
they
is
keep
true.
calling me back in to deal with this bullshit. Because I'm so sick of that. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies tried to do that, and it was so transparent, just point for point ripping off Halloween 2018 that it was like actually embarrassing.
So, but it feels similar to that, in that there's like a in that you have this issue, right? And you have this. Oh, somebody's got their ID bracelet. We need to get that.
What happened here?
So it has
Isn't it
this.
true someone forgot their ID bracelet? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's this issue of I have this sort of maybe possibly irrational fear that when you do a reboot that is too faithful without really having its own point of view opinion on what it's supposed to be about, it just feels like more of the same, and I don't really want more
No, I
of the
wouldn't want
same.
that either.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like at that point, you just go back and rewatch the first one.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what it's like. I went and rewatched Aliens the other night, and it's a great movie, but it achieved what it wants to do. And if I don't see what your perspective is on this source material,
Then why make the movie?
why make the movie? And I felt that, like with this same director, when he made his take on Evil Dead, I felt the same way. It's like, it's a perfectly good movie as a movie.
Oh yeah, the 2014 Evil Dead, because it is essentially just here's the original Evil Dead, but again, and maybe a little bit gorier,
and
maybe a little bit
gorier, yeah.
stylistically more slick. Clearly, they had more money.
Yeah.
But like conceptually,
And like he's a good
it's,
director.
Like, just
Because
the same thing.
he that's sort of my fear when it comes to the new Romulus movie. It's kind of like the Neil Blomkamp one when he was when he had all that concept art, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's fine to write fan
Manual
fiction.
Engaged. Adjust amount of solution to match cartridge
Goodbye.
capacity.
I don't know. Some of the ideas in there seem like kind of cool, like
No, it seems
showing.
really cool.
Well, from the concept art, there was a bit that I really wanted to see. Is there was a guy who had this like VR headset on, and he was operating what a whole
This
like a
xenomorph.
group of xenomorphs were seeing and using them, and it was actually showing like, okay, this has been a threat throughout this whole franchise. Is the concept of someone weaponizing the xenomorphs as like a tool of war and turning them into like a bioweapon
I
to
love that
just
game.
like drop on right. To just drop on like enemies. And I think it would be really interesting because they keep trying to say like stop that. That's always a thing that needs to be prevented in all of the franchise.
That's been
there's-
like the biggest sort of like, point of drama in all the movies. Is oh no, the
And
company wants them and they're dangerous.
but I think that would be so interesting to see that realized. Is like, what would that actually look like?
That's
and
actually what I was gonna like say when David brought it up. It's like, oh, with the fanfic and stuff, like exactly that.
what
there's
kind of
also the whole
story
thing
could you
is-
tell with that? Because that's
There's
cool.
also the
'Cause, like
whole,
thematically,
like-
it could fit with aliens, but it's like
There's also the
something
whole
way
like, side
different
story of the
plot-wise.
politics of the company, like the whole Wayland Yutani bit. Eagle-eyed viewers might realize that the Wayland Yutani logo is no longer Wayland Yutani; it's just Yutani. And I think that's very interesting because it means that it was an important sort of piece of lore that he wanted to like fucking talk about or do something with, to where like it instigated a change in the logo. And I know it's a very small thing, but I really like that sort of stuff, like the corporate politics of like, shit like that. And that's another like big thing of the fucking the movies is the whole like, politics of everything. It's like, but we can't do that technically because of blah 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 bureaucratic bullshit. And I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool how like it was something he was considering, and I was wondering, like I don't know, I wonder like where he could have gone with that, if that's something that, if that's an idea that he would proceed with. It's like there's so much to like about this shit, man. There's so much to like about it. There's so much potential for like original, cool ideas, and it just sucks that it got like fucking like
Because then that franchise fell into the trapping of, okay, how do we just do the same thing we already did again? And that's what you don't want the new one to
in
be.
favor of fucking Prometheus. And like
Yeah,
that's
that too.
That's a cool enough movie if it's got nothing to do with the Alien franchise. The problem is it's trying to be an Alien movie. And
Okay,
that's where it falls short, because it's not an Alien movie in the sense
I
that,
disagree
like,
with that entirely. You're completely
I know, I
What-
saw you tweet
which
about
part?
it the other day.
What
I
did you
disagree
say?
with that. Let me just finish my thought real quick and we can get to that. For me, that movie was just like, okay, let's do like an origins of the aliens kind of thing, and I thought that was kind of nice and like conceptually. But it just lost sight, I feel, of what made that first movie very special and unique, and that second movie by extension special and unique to everyone. Which is just, you're alone out in space, you're in this like fucking foreign environment that you really can't like escape. It's like a labyrinth that you're stuck in, and you have this thing that's indestructible that's trying to kill you. How the fuck do you survive? And then the second movie ramps it up by going, okay, well now we have like all of these resources that surely would help you. No, fuck you, bucko, it's not gonna help shit. And then you're stuck in that same like predicament. But now there's like more
One
like
moment.
characters.
I will
and there's
be
more
right
stakes,
back.
And there's more anything. More everything. And like, it made the second movie a lot more special as a result. And then the third movie kind of has the same thing, but not really. And then the fourth movie is a Joss Whedon mess, and that one sucks. And then you get to Prometheus, and it's just like, we want to find who God is.
Solution
Alright, cool, that's a cool enough concept. He's a fucking alien, nice,
is
okay.
outside, except
And then they like
for-
shoehorn the aliens thing at the end, and it's like, oh, well, this is how the first xenomorph happened. Only to be retconned by the second movie. And then the second movie retcons it again by going, oh, well, it was the funny little android from the first movie who just created them. It's like, okay, well, you took all the mystique out of, like, the entire concept of the xenomorphs. And it's just this big underwhelming mess of, I fuck with the idea initially, but then you, like, try to bring aliens into it. And I think that, for me, it really soured the experience, and I would have just preferred if you didn't do that at all. That's a very long-winded way of saying, I hope that Alien Romulus doesn't do that and just sticks to the roots of it, of just, you're trying to fight off this...
I have returned.
Welcome back. I'm yapping about the thing. You get what I'm
Rosie
saying,
Apple.
though. You get what I'm saying, though, right? Like, I think I'm making myself clear. I don't know. I'm like, I haven't really.
I
thought
mean,
much
I
about
also
it to,
just
like,
think you're kind of
articulate. I'm just kind of
wrong.
freestyling.
William does this thing where sometimes
zone
he
out.
wants to make a point and then he forgets what it is and then
I,
just
I
starts
go on,
kind of
I
like.
go on tangents, and then because a lot of it isn't like pre-rehearsed. Like I don't think about it. I just freestyle. I'm like, oh,
And
wait,
so then he just starts just
That's like
talking,
more about
talking, and he needs you to like interject.
yeah. It's a problem, man. Anyway, I hope you guys got the gist of what I was trying to say.
I think we kind of picked it up.
You fucking left for a long time. How do you know?
I don't know.
Well,
I feel
how
like
would you
you were
know?
probably talking about the same thing you were talking about right before I left, maybe like 5 minutes before that.
Okay, so he doesn't know. He's doing this thing where he's trying to be like a nice friend, but it's just like,
No, I'm being an asshole. I
I
was
don't
saying
know.
that you were repeating yourself.
oh, okay, well, again, you didn't know
Yeah.
that. You didn't know that. You don't know that. You don't know me.
Yeah.
You know my name. You didn't know my story. I probably shouldn't be playing a game right now. I'm getting like low-key LP tax. I'm playing Minecraft in the midst of all this, by the way, just FYI for people.
Yeah, I remember. I think you've already mentioned that, but yeah,
I think I mentioned it, but
I think that the my hot take is that the Prometheus movies understand very clearly what Alien is about, and it's like okay, and then it has an own interpretation of that. In that it's a story all about creation.
Yeah.
Is sort of a big motif in the Alien movies, and specifically in Part 2, it's all about like the idea of becoming a parent in Alien specifically, and it's the same themes as the Aliens, what they're doing in Prometheus, but it's just a different angle on those same themes, and I think that's kind of the way what I look for in like a reboot or a sequel is okay. Let's look at the same ideas from a different angle and a different perspective.
Yeah.
Where
No, I fuck with
it's
what
like,
you're saying.
hey,
Didn't mean to
it's
interrupt,
just
my bad.
that in it kind of feels like Alien Isolation, where it's like, okay, there's this, we're really faithfully recreating the aesthetic of the previous movies, but do we really understand what it's about? It doesn't feel like we have a perspective or an opinion on this.
Mhm.
I don't know. I thought Alien Isolation, if you
It works fine
played
as a
it without
game.
live streaming it.
It works fine as a
I
game.
think
I
it's-
think it's
I get what you're saying. I think
It's
the problem for
fine.
me is that it doesn't work for me. Like I agree with the sentiment of like bring your own sort of commentary and perspective to something instead of just regurgitating the same thing that's already been said in like a different sort of aesthetic or a different way. And I
know.
get the comment with Alien Isolation in that like I understand what you're trying to say with that, because for the most part like it's basically just Alien 1 or Alien 2, just in a new setting, new context, but it's like more or less the same thing in terms of like the foundations of what the story is and how it unfolds. So I fuck with that. Like I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying like for me, I don't think like while I appreciate the attempt at a new perspective and like at at unique commentary, I didn't think that Prometheus or Alien Covenant really did it for me. Like there's just something missing in that whole formula that kind of I don't know.
Cooling complete.
It felt like it was lacking for me. I don't know how to
That's
explain
fair.
it.
I think that I will say that personally, I enjoyed Prometheus a lot. I enjoyed Alien Covenant less because I think the script is just not as good.
I really enjoyed the CG bits in Alien Covenant. I think that's the only like thing I could like give it. It's like
There's some good effects in that movie.
Yeah,
It
like
does.
exactly like. I remember I used the xenomorph movements in that one
As like a reference.
as a reference for when I animated the Alien that one time.
And let's just be clear, all Alien movies and Prometheus movies look great.
Oh yeah, no, well, Most of them, yeah. No, I think all of them do actually. You're right. But I'm saying for Alien
There's some
Covenant,
bits in Resurrection that have some trouble.
Yeah.
that's the Alien one, right?
That was the Joss Whedon one.
Yeah. Yeah.
With
I mean,
the,
that's what
I
said
will
before.
not. I will say. Well, I mean, most modern ones made in the last 10, 20, 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. But I was just saying for Alien Covenant, that's the only thing that really stood out to me.
Yeah,
didn't
and
care
I
much
think
about the story.
I mean, I guess I would say that these are just my fears. I'm not judging it yet. It's
Well,
just
because it's
that's
like
what,
you got like 45 seconds of
Yeah.
footage to talk about,
Yeah.
really. I mean,
and
and it's just
the-
okay. Like the sets look really familiar, but we don't know
Yeah.
anything yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But no,
it-
I fuck with what you're saying. Like, I understand where you're coming
And
from.
that's
with
my
that, in a way.
that's my worry. Put it that way. It could
Yeah.
change. It could be different. It could surprise me.
I hope it gets
I
to-
hope it does. But that's my worry, because
I
I've
hope it gets
seen
right.
enough of these legacy sequels that are like, okay, we'll go back and do more of the same, and I'm just.
Yeah, you
Well,
get fed up.
if
The
you
thing
do
I'm
more of
most
the same-
excited for is actually the TV series by
That will be
by
interesting.
Noah Hawley.
Yeah.
I'm really wondering what he's gonna do with that, because I think that guy.
He talks about
I mean,
like
if it's
in
anything-
interviews, right? He says like these are the themes that I want to talk about that I find so interesting.
For the Alien
And
TV.
he has a very clear perspective that he wants to target certain themes that he sees in the work previously, and to
What sort of stuff did you mention with that, by the way? Because I'm curious.
Huh?
What sort of stuff did he mention, like with the?
Well, he mentions the juxtaposition of androids and like
Yeah.
robot life, and robots, stop
Because like the cool thing about Alien is that they're stuck on a spaceship, and there's a wild animal trying to kill them, and also an evil robot. So science and nature are fucking assholes.
It's sort
at
of
the
a
same time.
juxtaposition about how being in this awkward humanity being stuck in this awkward spot where something primitive is trying to kill us, but also
Something
also,
advanced is trying to kill
Yes.
us.
Trying to kill us, yeah. That's I've never considered that. That's actually very interesting.
Well, yeah, that's what's so interesting about it, is because like it's easy to forget because it's so like the alien leaves more of an impression visually. That
Yeah,
also
right.
like the other secondary threat in the Alien series is androids. Like those movies are full of killer robots.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
And,
So
and you
it
kind of
does
forget
make-
about that
And
because
it's an
they're
interesting idea.
more downplayed.
It's an interesting idea to bring that together with David sort of creating the aliens in Alien Covenant. It's just that you needed a better script to get all that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Even then, like I see where you're coming from, and in a way, like part of me agrees with it. But then you have the other part of me, which is like, well, the whole like appeal of the alien is that we don't really know about like where it's from or what it is, and it kind of made it a force of nature. So when you like, when you attach a tangible origin to it, of it was created by this guy for this purposes because of this and blah blah blah, it really loses like its uniqueness and specialty and mystique. And that's why I didn't like that story bit. It isn't because they gave it an origins. It's just the way they went about it. Like I think.
Well, it's just
at
that the
some point
answer
I'm
is not
gonna give
very
everything an
interesting.
origin.
Is that
I'm gonna
it
give
was made
everything an
30
explanation.
years ago by a robot who was trying to construct a bio.
Not even that. It's just the way they went about it. Like, it went about by a robot because he didn't like humans and was fascinated by blah 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 blah. It's like, I don't need all that shit. You like.
Well,
completely
it
killed everything that made it
thematically makes
interesting
sense
inherently.
because the first two of these movies of the Prometheus series, it's all about the sort of horror of parenthood, being that you will be
Occupied.
no, you will be overtaken, and you will be you will be ultimately you'll be grown past what you create.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that happened to the creators, the engineers, in that literally what they created killed them. And now
Yeah.
it's happening to humans with robots and the...
It is
And-
interesting that happened different ways, because it would have
Yeah.
been kind of funny if both of them got killed by AI
Mhm.
and just like robots overtook them, but with the engineers instead, they were basically like wiped out by their own biological warfare, while humanity is having problems with like advanced artificial intelligence instead.
Here's what I'm
So-
realizing is that like the themes themselves are very fitting of the franchise. It's just the execution of them is what I'm not fucking with.
Yeah, also, I
'Cause what
will
you're
admit
saying-
that
That is
the...
very, like, alien coded. Like that's actually super alien coded. Like the thing that you create is the thing that'll like ultimately be the thing that kills you, right? You're going to be taken over by whatever, like your own creation and stuff like that. Whether it be parenthood or like fucking anything like that. And I think those are very fitting themes. Just I'm not a fan of the way they're kind of like sort of telling that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that. Well,
Yeah.
I do agree that the Prometheus Prometheus is a bit of an acquired taste.
Yeah.
And it's
I
not,
found
it-
that I didn't like it when I first watched it, but I've watched it like 3 more times since then, and I think I enjoy it a little bit more every time.
I am the exact opposite. I loved it when I first watched it, and then the more I watch it, I love it even less with each watch. There's
and
just something about it that like really irks me. I don't know what it is.
flurgles you.
It
Just
really.
Oh, I'm
Flurgles
gonna
your
watch the
girl.
VHS tape. Pause your conversation for this. I'm gonna watch the VHS tape.
The Vahus.
Oh, it's a person in a lab coat. He's got G virus. Who is a J Martinez?
Some military goon.
didn't know you were coming. This is my life's work. I'm not
Dr.
handing
Burke?
over anything.
We have our orders, Dr. Birkin. I'll ask you one more time.
Dr. Birkin, is this character that was played by that one guy on Star Trek in Welcome to Raccoon City?
Yes, he was played by Neil McDonough in the movie.
I love how defeated you sounded just
What the
there.
fuck were you thinking? Our orders were to bring
I fucking hate Welcome to Raccoon City so much.
I love just bringing up that movie to you because you hate so much.
I hate it so
Let's correct
so
it.
vividly.
Roger that.
So is this where the G virus gets out?
Well, I mean, this leads into that other tape that you saw earlier where they're getting killed by a monster in the sewer, and then the rats start eating up the G virus and then spreading it everywhere.
Man, Japanese really know how to like make games and like good stories. I swear to God.
You know, I love what they did with the flashbacks in this, because originally they were like a non-diegetic, just like a hard cut from the gameplay to a cutscene, and it was just explaining what happened, like mostly for the audience's benefit, and then the characters just kind of learned it through someone describing it to them.
Yeah.
But I think it's cooler that they discovered it through a tape and got to visually see the events this time themselves, and so we're still kind of wired into the player character's perspective while getting this information conveyed about what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the
and
same-
also
This is a
you
good
can do
remake.
that.
I
You
think
can,
this
like
is still the best remake they did.
well, you can do
I
it.
would-
You can do that technically a lot better
Well,
right now than you could
recent
in the
remakes.
80s.
I think Resident Evil 1 remake is still the best remake. I haven't
Well,
played
yeah,
four.
I had to correct myself as
I have
recent
been hearing
remakes.
A lot of
because
optimistic things about that one.
You know, I actually
Oh,
saw
look.
someone post today a thing where it's like, "Oh, breaking news! A Resident Evil 1 remake is coming in 2025," and it's like another one. And then I remembered, maybe it's April Fool's Day in some time zone somewhere.
It is April Fool's Day over here.
Ah, that's probably what it was.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be leaving social media for good. Like after the stream, you'll never see me again.
Oh, good. I
This
hate you.
time,
I never wanted to
whatever.
hear from you again. So thank you.
Okay. That means Discord.
One of
Twitter.
you was joking.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
Not April Fools. Not April Fools.
I'm not April Foolsing right
I'm
now.
not April Fools right now. I'm not April O'Neil Fools. Right
I'm
now.
so serious right now.
I'm so serious right now, guys.
Are you r/April Fools right now, or are you r/Circe right now?
I really don't want to talk to you after saying those fucking words again. What the fuck? Fuck? What?
I would like to make a Welcome to Raccoon City video at some point, but I want to do. I have just got like 6 things to work on in the meantime, so it's gonna be a bit before I can get to that.
I would love if like
I would watch your Welcome to
One-
Raccoon
one-
City video.
just
I'm
that-
just
that
saying.
fucking bad.
I can just talk about how they missed the point of fucking everything, because the whole idea.
You wanted to cast the actors to be like their characters.
They capture the personalities of the characters, even if they don't look like them. And they
Only
don't
on the
capture
fucking
them.
pussy.
Even the guy who looks like the character does not capture the personality at all. That fucking
I don't
Wesker
think
actor
any of them look
sucks.
like the characters. I thought Wesker.
Well,
was
Chris
good,
does.
It was Wesker. Leon, whatever, doesn't even look like Leon. The only way I knew he was Leon was because, like,
That lady definitely looks like Claire, but she doesn't act like Claire.
she looks like Claire on the surface level of, okay, this is someone with red hair, and the only other person with red hair in the entire series is Claire. Which is like, whatever, I guess you don't need anything else, but yeah, you're right, she does not act like Claire at all.
Why?
Chris doesn't look like
Yeah.
Chris. I thought he was Wesker, and I thought Wesker was Chris. Which is just great casting, if you ask me.
Because you can't
Wesker?
fucking tell the actors apart because you got the 2 most generic looking white guys.
You weren't involved.
Wesker, I hardly know her.
They have
Yeah,
such
I
distinct
knew him.
facial features and like fucking because in the games Wesker has those crazy like
Right from the start.
angry looking eyebrows and he always wears sunglasses and he has the spiked blonde hair. Like I can tell him and Chris
Uh-oh.
apart very
Oh,
easily
boy.
in the games.
I barely know her. Get it? Because, like,
Whoa! That guy got stabbed in his penis.
I love when that happens.
You guys ever heard the song "Detachable Penis"?
No.
Yeah, I wrote that.
You didn't write that in 1991.
You don't know
You
that.
made this monster.
You don't know
I
my
doubt it.
You don't know my story.
In any way you
I know
want.
you.
I it's like there's a possibility. No, that's not real.
That's not real. I knew that wasn't real the second I saw it. I always knew it.
I always do it.
The second I saw it. I always knew.
I love having our audience really
Well,
I
that's
love
how
how
they know
you're
that
just
we're
you're
friends.
talking about this random crap, and
That's how they
I'm,
know I'm not being paid to get with you.
I'm just
Still might be.
we're just this very dramatic cutscene where we're with this giant monster and they're revealing the origin behind everything.
That's
Really?
great. Anyway, that's how I look like after. That's how I look like.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
me.
you visited,
That's-
we've seen you.
That's me.
Face reveal. Face reveal.
It was really
Face
weird when I got to
revival.
the airport
Yeah.
and saw you being a
Yeah.
19-foot tall, horrible spike monster with eyeballs everywhere. And
Airport security
I was
really.
just like, how the fuck am I gonna get this guy home? He doesn't fit in my car.
I was setting the red flags on airport security like at every airport that I stopped at.
They kept searching you because you look like a kite.
Yeah. Like. So why are you traveling to the United States? They kept asking me like, why are you traveling to the United States?
So my favorite example of weird U.S. stuff is of immigration is I have a friend. So a friend of mine from Spain is doing a master's right now in UNLV in Las Vegas, and he came out and he had to pass the immigration stuff to get out of here, but then he so then he had to go to the office and get interviewed by everybody, and then he was doing that, and they asked him like, have you ever been to Colombia?
Yeah.
Or do you have any Colombian relatives? Where have you been? Like, Colombia. Beans or drone trading, whatever. But it was like, bro, he's from a different continent than that. Why are you asking him about Colombia? Is this
Sounds like
just
Congress and the CEO of TikTok. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when my wife was immigrating, they kept asking her if she's ever been a member of ISIS.
Yeah,
I think it's just like bureaucracy where
visa.
you're required to like ask them about all those things, even if that doesn't make any fucking sense.
When I went to apply for my visa to come to the States, they fucking asked me like questions similar to that. I can't remember if it was that exactly or if it was like, are you a member of any terrorist organization? They would not settle that. America's really cool.
It is. It's just weird sometimes about things that it shouldn't be.
I mean, look, that's every place really. Like, there's no ideal. That's everything.
Ugh. Whoa. Why is it always gotta be like this?
What the fuck is wrong?
You know, just realizing that this is indeed going to be the rest of my life.
What?
He just realized
All of
he's
this
gonna have
suffering.
to. He just realized that he's gonna have to keep being a YouTuber.
Life is full
Oh.
of problems, Buckaroo. The trick to life is figuring out how to solve them problems.
Oof.
That's actual facts, though. That's hey, you guys in the stream, life lessons. Take note.
So where is Wesker
Be
right
like
now?
a guru or something.
That looks bad.
Feels worse. Believe me.
So I just defeated William Berkman.
How much I believe.
Just tell me you'll destroy that G sample.
No, it's evidence. It's going to the FBI.
You trust that bitch?
What's that supposed to mean?
She's not FBI. She's a mercenary.
Whenever the next one is announced, what RE games do you want done? Do you want redone? Code Veronica? Yeah, absolutely Code Veronica. I think that needs to have been remade like fucking forever ago.
Well, because it's like it's so
so unplayable.
crucial. It's crucial to the story of the series,
G-virus.
but also
Gets
the version of it that released sucks and is not very good.
So would you
It's
rather
unplayable.
have a Code Veronica remake or like a Resident Evil 9?
I mean, it's
that's
not
really
really
cool.
mutually exclusive. Both
No,
are
but like
probably a thing
he's
that they're
saying,
working
I think
on.
he's saying which one would you like prioritize?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be
I don't
down
know.
to because I feel
I would
like
like to play Code Veronica for realsies, like a version of the game that is playable and that is fun.
and
But
it,
also,
yeah,
Resident Evil
just-
9 would be really cool to experience.
And how many
So I don't know.
zombies should there be in Resident Evil 9?
I don't know. I feel like they kind of strayed away from zombies by like the third game. Or
Yeah,
Code
but
Veronica.
zombies.
Zombies are not an important thing to Resident Evil. It is a thing that is like in it, but the series could exist so perfectly without them, and
Without
has
zombies.
done that many times.
Because the whole game is about viruses. The zombies are just like the result of viruses.
It's just a
But
thing that
the
they
series isn't
use.
about
Yeah, I mean
zombies.
that's just like the grunt enemy type. They have so many different versions of that, though.
But
No, but, like, he's talking about, like,
that's
like,
what
main
that's what
enemy.
happened in the Resident Evil whatever. It was the movies. It was just zombies.
Yeah, they make you think that it's
was
like
just
a
thinking about you.
Walking Dead thing where it's like
They're
zombies
not
are the whole point.
saying-
But those are more of just like a.
I was getting worried.
I don't know. I would not say Resident Evil in my mind is synonymous with zombies. For me, it's like always the mutated boss monsters that are these giant like.
Okay, the whole franchise is about bioweapons. It's asking the question of
clarify.
Bioweapons are a thing that people want.
do
What is the worst case scenario for one of these things going
Oh
wrong?
look, it's Ava talking to
Nobody's invested in this shit.
Annette.
What happens when it goes catastrophically wrong? And then Resident Evil is a series about that. That's like literally what it is. It's about bioweapons. The original title is Biohazard. Like that tells you everything.
Trust you.
The zombies are just like the result of it. They're not like the focus of it. It's just like the the introduction to it because everybody knows zombies. So you have to start someplace. And then everything else afterwards kind of
Drop that
expanded
damn
from
gun.
that. But the whole series has always ever been about like fucking bio.
I love how he's holding the sample in his hand like a flashlight.
Yeah, actually, that's really funny.
He betrayed
I
him.
think you can.
She betrayed him. He betrayed her. They betrayed each other.
Thank you, David. Very cool.
Look, it's Ada. It's Ava Wang.
I feel like that's a porn star name.
No one gets that sample.
What, Ava Wang?
Yeah.
That's wrong of you to say, bro.
Oh, come
It-
on. Come on. Don't be like that. Come on.
It's not right at all. That's wrong.
That's terrible.
That's our catchphrase.
There should be a gay porn star called Seymour Wong.
No, that's just wrong.
Shut up, Nacho. It's not worth it.
You guys are gonna get in trouble.
Do this.
I already am in trouble. Don't you know that about me? That's my secret. I'm always in trouble.
Can't really get me in trouble. Nobody knows like what my fucking ethnicity is. Nobody
Take care of
can
yourself.
like fucking with their entire chest tell me that what I'm doing is wrong.
You're
what I'm
uncancelable.
thinking.
They can still accuse you of being racist until they bully you into proving that you are the race that you were making the jokes about. I've seen that
Sorry?
happen before. I've seen people
Okay,
get
and I
mad
think
at
it's
other.
connected. Yeah.
I've seen other people get mad at other black people on Twitter, and you're like, "You can't say that," and then he has
I know,
to send a selfie
This
and go,
is-
"Yeah, I can," and they go, "Oh."
This is exactly why the internet is a fucking joke that should not be taken seriously. Because shit like that is just comically fucking embarrassing. I don't take that shit seriously. The internet's not real. Twitter's not real. None of this shit is real. It's not worth my time to take this shit seriously.
So now I have to escape the laboratory.
You have to
Motherfucker,
escape before you explode.
Motherfuckers be clowning.
Is this the ending? Is this the bit in the train from Welcome to Raccoon City?
It's yeah.
Shut
they
up!
adapted
Shut
that scene from the
up!
movie.
Is
Hey,
it the bit where they're in the train?
they adapted that scene from the movie.
Yeah, they did.
This is like the best video game adaptation. Sorry,
This
video
is
game
the
movie
best
adaptation.
movie to video game adaptation I've ever seen.
It really is. I think it fixed up a lot of the things that weren't working with the movie. They really cut down on a lot and just like what needed to be padded out, and I think it's a very good adaptation. I'm really glad to see that like
God.
movie game adaptations are still a thing.
Oh.
Who's that?
They made them less of
done yet?
less of a prickly pussy.
Claire!
Claire!
It's kind of weird that they whitewashed him though.
Yeah.
Oh my
The whole
god,
place is
this
coming
guy's
down.
got it all backwards.
Listen to me. You need to get out. Fast.
So should they do a remake of the remake of Resident Evil 1?
I would not like.
They
that.
don't need to. They don't
like
need
that.
to.
Claire.
Uh,
Still there?
but I almost kind of am curious what that would look like.
You know, it's really funny because I have the exact
Forget about
opposite
me.
sort of desire, but for like
get
the
outta
more
here.
recent remakes. I want to see what Resident Evil 2 and 3
Damn
remake
it.
look like if they were remade with the Resident Evil 1 remake style. That's a lot of remakes. You know what I'm saying?
Detonation.
Yeah, so like kind of like a
Like
demake
the
of a
fixed camera
remake.
stuff. Yeah, like exactly
Go
the
back to
same
fixed
sort of
camera
gameplay
angles
design.
and like kind
Same
of make
gameplay
it
design
more
as the OG.
cinematic.
Same gameplay design as the OG with like updated graphics and control schemes.
That'd be
And just
cool.
like whatever didn't make the cut in the original game. Just do that again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
You know
more
what? Now that you
concentrating on
say it,
not
I'm
dying right
opposed.
now. But yes.
Facts.
What the?
Ay, no.
What
no.
Oh man, I fucking hate these guys.
Yeah.
Where do all these guys come from?
See, this is what happens when trees.
Becky was saying that she got into Resident Evil 4 to 5 years ago when
Until
Uh,
detonation.
when her friend was saying that they were based on the movies, so she checked them out. You guys want to know how I got into it? I think I've said it before, but I want to say it because I think it's really funny. I didn't know what Resident Evil really was about. I really didn't even know what Resident Evil was. I mean, that's flying around. Attention to it. The only time where it really ever like went on my radar was when the big boober lady was fucking being talked about in Resident Evil 8, and everybody was like thirsting and fucking like being horny on name about Lady Dimitrescu. And it's Dimitrescu, not Dimitrescu. Don't correct me. I know my shit.
It's Lady
Anyway.
Dimitrescu.
Go suck a dick.
Okay.
So the game came out, and I was like, all right, I need to see what the big deal is. And Resident Evil 8 was like the very first Resident Evil game I've ever been exposed to, and the very first game that like
Gotta keep going.
just yeah. I mean that's the first game I got exposed to, and then I told Xavier this, and he was like, "That's
Oh,
really
man.
funny. Hey, you should play the entire series." I was like,
And then we
"Alright."
did.
And then we did. It was so funny because when he said that, the games would like just so happen to have been on sale, and we got like what
It was Destiny.
first? Yeah. What games did we get initially? I think we got one full, because that was around the time when they announced Resident Evil 4 remake, and we were all getting worried that it might be
Yeah.
like the original might be taken down from the stores, like the stores.
Oh yeah.
So I got that and they can split real quick. And then we emulated the 2 and 3 original. And then we played the remakes.
So yeah, I have
I love playing
Resident Evil
2
4 the original, but I do
especially.
not have Resident Evil 4 the remake. So do you think I should...
Honestly, the original might be more fun because it's like
I love the
funnier.
original.
Yeah?
I got into them so much that like the other, I think like a month ago or something, I booted up the emulator to play Resident Evil 3 again, because I think that's my favorite of the entire classic series.
Of like PS1 games.
Yeah, I love Resident Evil 3.
It's fucking
It's just
fun.
funny because I hate the remake. I don't like it at all.
Well, yeah, because it's like the most like half-hearted. Like
But not even that. It's the fucking gameplay design of that shit is so. Like, I'm not a fan of modern like gameplay design for the most part, because a lot of the stuff that made 3 original very interesting is the fear factor of no matter where you're going, fucking Nemesis would just be around the corner waiting for you. And
So
you
it's
could
like
never-
the second half of this game in that way.
where
Yeah, in a way,
Mr.
right?
X is always pursuing you.
Exactly.
And it's weird that they did such a good job of that for this game, and then for the immediate next one they dropped
exactly
it.
that, except they got like fucking cranked up to 11. Because whereas Mr. X would just like slowly kind of catch up to you, like just walking up to you, fucking Nemesis would just like off screen just bolt to you. And when you're not expecting that, and you hear like a fraction of a second of like the music sting to like inform you that you're invading, and then like fucking a split second later realize that something is charging you from like the opposite end of the screen. Like it really just fucking puts the fear of God in you. You really get scared. It's such a fucking like it's an out of body experience almost. And that's great because it's a horror game and you want to do that. Resident Evil 3 Remake does this thing where every time you encounter Nemesis in the open world, it's a scripted event. So you know that you're safe at all fucking times. There's no way that you would die unless you take your hand off of the W. You cannot die. There's no risk. There's no danger. Where the fuck is the fear in that?
Well, there's no like this
No,
fear that he's out
no,
there
like,
looking for you.
adrenaline,
It's
no,
just like,
like,
oh, the
worry.
cutscene says it's time to fight him. Okay, and then you kill him, and it's like, okay, the cutscene says I'm safe now, and then
And
you're
then
back
you
to
don't see him
doing it.
again until the game like fucking adds another scripted event.
Yay! Rocket launcher time!
Yay! You did it!
Where did this thing come from?
Ready, set, yay! Defeat Super Tyrant with 5+ minutes until detonation.
Wow, good work.
5.
Well, this is also on easy mode, so.
Detonation at
Oh, yeah, I forget. Sometimes I think you're cool, but then you gotta remind me.
I was about to say, I'm impressed we got to the end in the time that we got to the end. That makes sense. You got
I forgot that we were like that close to beating this game today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't realize we were this close to fucking getting the end of this game.
Gotta get out of here.
So
Then I
why
realized
is what is the best adaptation of Resident Evil 2, and why is it Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City?
God will kill you. I will kill you.
I can tell you why.
I will kill you with my teeth.
You will what? What are you gonna do? I'm sorry.
I said I'll kill him with my teeth.
Okay.
Okay. Like Rip Bozo, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool story, bro.
Just saying how it is.
If I actually miss her.
Fact.
Yeah.
So yeah, I. So do you think it's possible to make a good movie version of Resident Evil 2?
I think
it is.
You gotta understand what is vital to the plot and what you need to cut down. And I think you gotta get not too excited about it.
Leon?
In the sense of, okay, there's some things that don't need to be in there.
We made it.
Just get the general gist, understand what it's trying to say, and then take all the elements of the game that are in service of that, and then just put it in the movie. You can cut some things out.
Oh look, we finished the game.
We did it! Happy Easter!
Happy Easter, y'all. He is risen. And you know who isn't risen?
Risen.
Mr. X is not risen. He's
Mr. X is not risen. Also, William
Nemesis
Adam
is
Burke.
risen. Nemesis has
These
risen.
people are dead, Burke!
Nemesis has. Never mind.
I loved how William Burke in Welcome to Raccoon City, he just drives around a lot. And he like...
Yeah, his entire fucking thing in this movie is let me just get in a car and
I was
drive.
doing an Aliens reference.
Yeah?
No, I got the Aliens reference.
You're talking about William Birkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
William Alien Birkin Burkman.
Burkman.
Resident
Yeah.
2 original has so many fucking like references to aliens, and I remember we had such a fun time pointing them out when we played that game.
Oh yeah.
There was a whole thing with the
Yeah,
chest
that
burster
original
and I
game.
freaked out in a good way. When I saw that shit, I did the whole like Leonardo DiCaprio like Wojak meme where I pointed to the thing
Yeah.
and did a plug fade.
I think it would be
on my
funny if, like, you took... So I was just thinking about this, and, like, Alien Romulus would be the dumbest thing. What I don't want it to happen, what I don't want to see is, like a post-credit scene
This
where
come from?
one of the characters comes towards the, is like the son of a character from Aliens, or if, like, they're going to go to a
And
scene
I'm
they're
Hudson's
teasing-
son, who is played by an
Yeah.
actor who looks like Bill Paxton.
Or it's like,
And also says funny
or it's
catchphrases.
like they leave the space station and they head to a direction, but then it reveals on the screen that it's like, oh, it's going to LV-426 or something dumb like that. That's what I don't want. I just don't want basically Captain Marvel thing where it introduces a connection to the other movies just to have a connection to the other movies.
Yeah, you don't want a glup shitter moment.
I
Although
do
if it's his
not want
character,
to go
then
shit
you
at the
know.
moment. And that's what I'm kind of afraid
I
of.
I would love if they did the thing from The Predator, where at the
Mm.
end they were like, "Hey guys, we found this thing. It's the alien killer," and it's fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is also a deep cut reference. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain.
That's
No, it's just
ending-
Jesse
the
the Body
original
Ventura.
never happened in a
Movie.
movie.
The original ending to that movie, they wanted to get Sigourney Weaver to be the Predator killer.
Ugh.
Yeah, they
That would've
eventually
been so
changed
dumb.
that because I guess someone came to their senses and just like put a generic fucking like I don't know, like suit of
Here's
armor on.
here's an Iron Man suit.
Yeah, here's an Iron Man suit basically.
Because, like, the thing with
And it's like, why
Sigourney Weaver...
Well,
The thing about, like, Sigourney Weaver is that she's, like, an everyman. She's a working-class
Yeah.
Joe. And, like,
That's
making
the other
her,
thing,
like...
too, is like she's not a legend. She's just some chick.
She's also from the future.
Yeah.
She wasn't even born yet.
She's not even a fetus. Her mom doesn't even exist yet. She's not even a fetus.
You're not even a fetus.
I can't believe that was a serious thing that was suggested.
They were considering,
they
yeah.
really seriously considered that being
Predator
a thing that
killer
would happen in the
or
movie.
hunter or whatever, and it's fucking Sigourney.
Wow.
It's Ellen Ripley. That's why I think it's
So,
funny.
like, my other hot
if they
take
do-
here is that I don't really understand the whole thing where we talk about, like, with Predator and Alien, and how, like, they cross over or whatever. It's like, or even with, like, Blade Runner, right? With those they all have a similar sci-fi aesthetic, but they don't have to cross over. We can
Yeah,
enjoy
but the
both of them
crossover-
and
but
be like,
the crossover started as like a fun thing.
That
It's
hasn't
like,
been a
okay,
thing for like decades now. You're
It
like,
hasn't. No, but the reason as to why that ever was a
Mm.
thing is because it was just like a fun little Easter egg they wanted to throw in the second Predator movie.
yeah, that's
So,
fine.
okay, these
I
guys
like,
are, like, trained
Easter
hunters and
eggs are
killers.
fine.
Yeah, no, because the reason they even had like the xenomorph head prop in that movie was because they were like, okay, these
Yeah.
are some really fierce warriors who only kill the best, like in the entire fucking galaxy.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
xenomorphs are really
And it's like, yeah, that's
vicious
fine.
creatures.
It's
But yeah, they
fine.
fucking killed them, whatever. And then they had like
And-
spin-off comics, and those were supposed to be fun. And then they made a movie of those comics, and those were supposed to be fun. But that was just like that was as shallow as that. Like it wasn't, you know, that was the.
it wasn't like meant to be like a here's the natural evolution of what we're gonna do
Yeah,
with this
look, it was
series.
just like a fun
It was just-
thing. Like let's
Let's just goof with it. Now, if we have the rights to have both of these things in the same place at the same time.
So like.
So tell
That's
me,
why
would
earlier I
you
was saying,
rather
like, if they
have
had Arnold
Alien
Schwarzenegger, it'd be
Romulus?
like, if the
Here's a
alien
question
killer, like,
for
that'd
you.
be the funniest shit. It's because it'd be the most out of place motherfucker.
I have a question for you. Would you rather have
Okay.
Alien Romulus or Alien Covenant 2? Right, you know, the
Alien
completion of the Prometheus trilogy.
Alien Romulus.
Yeah, I almost kind of wanted to see what they were gonna do with it. I wanted to see where they were going with all this shit.
I lost interest by the second movie.
I do kind of
just,
want to
for
see the
curiosity's
full.
sake-
I do kind of want to see the full how it goes in the full circle.
There is curiosity, but I'm not interested. Like if
Mhm.
I would agree, if I was boss of Disney, Fox Studios, whatever.
Like
I
if
would
you were
want-
in charge of this
If
decision.
I was in charge of greenlight a project, I would not greenlight.
And
Alien
if you had to
Covenant
choose
2.
between the Alien TV show and Alien Romulus, which one would you choose?
I would choose a TV show only because the way that you pitched it sounded
Mm.
more interesting. I'm not opposed to Alien Romulus yet, but I don't know as much about it.
And I think the
In
Alien
like the
prequel is
behind
going
the
to take
scenes
place
of
on
the
Earth, and I think it might the Alien TV show. I think it's going to take place on Earth as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it might be a prequel. I'm not 100% sure on that. It might be a sequel too.
That's fine. Prequels aren't inherently bad. I just didn't like the way they did it in those two movies. I don't mind a good prequel.
I'm going to make I'm going to make what I call a pre-sequel, which is like a prequel for a movie that doesn't exist yet.
A pre-sequel.
Oh, so like a story that's setting up like a future sequel.
Yeah, exactly. That's a pre-sequel.
I don't think anyone's ever done that before.
I don't think anybody's
I'm
ever
pretty sure
made
it's
a
called a
movie
movie.
with the intention of making another movie after that.
I'm pretty sure it's called an MCU movie, dude.
This is gonna set up so many Ant-Man movies you guys don't even know.
Guys, this is gonna set up. This is a cameo to the fact that Ant-Man is gonna crawl up Thanos' ass.
Okay, so I got a B
You did it.
Be good. Good job, buddy. We'll get you that PS5.
Yes, please. Please buy me a PS5.
I'm gonna get you that DLC, Miles. Oh, I'm
Don't
mad
worry,
at you.
Miles. Don't worry, Miles. I'm gonna get
Okay,
you
so
the
now that we've
PS5.
finished, is that it for the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we will
Yeah.
end
We'll get to something we'll do now.
next week or next 2 weeks. We'll decide later. We will be playing. I think I do have the Resident Evil 3 remake, so we'll play that maybe, or maybe Resident Evil 4, or maybe something completely different. We'll see if we continue on this kick. But in the meanwhile, thanks to everyone for coming. You've been a lovely audience. Be sure to subscribe, follow me on the social medias. Do not follow William or Xavier, just me.
Yeah, don't
Oh.
do that. Don't do that.
Don't follow
do
them.
that.
And just follow
Don't do any
me,
of that.
and we will see
Don't do that either.
you on the flippity flop, right?
Bye.
Yes, sir. Bye.
All right, we can finally be done with the stream and stop
We
talking to
can
these
finally
fucking
stop
stupid assholes on the internet.
and kill ourselves right
hate
now.
Yeah,
this
we
I
hate
hate
them
these
all.
other
We hate all these
motherfuckers.
people.
They're the worst.
We don't talk to them
Keep
ever.
asking me about
Suicide pact.
Spider-Man. Can I be the one that gets closest to the gun so I don't have to wait that long? Like, I'll put my head next to yours.